What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we're back at Dealer Auto Auction here in Oklahoma City for another walk around. Let's jump into this video today and see what we find. We're going to start with a thumbnail. This is a 2020 Cadillac CT4 V. It's got 60,000 miles on the odometer, and this is from David Stanley. So I have no doubt that they don't mind if I take this for a quick test drive. In fact, if I'd seen it on their lot, I might have went ahead and taken it for a test drive the other day. This is not bad. I've never driven a CT4 V. I have no idea what's under the hood other than probably a very tiny four-cylinder with a very tiny turbocharger on it. Black on black with tinted windows. It's a pretty sharp little car, guys, and it is very little. Take a look at the legroom in the back seat, or should I say the lack thereof. There's not much room back there. They really should have just made this a two-door car. So it does have the black interior with this nice kind of brown piping on the seats. Very nice. Tiny displays. Very tiny display. Itty bitty. It's a small car.
Oh, bad taxes.
Oh, no. Let's turn that off. Of course, it's out of gas. Everything is out of gas. Let's turn this air conditioning down just a hair. And let's tell it to dismiss. What happens if we hit this V button right here? If you hit V, a V pops up on the dash right down there. I have no idea what that means. I don't know what that does. Maybe that means we're like ready to fly, man. There's a V button over here. Oh, it just tells you your G-forces and things of that nature, which I have no doubt the car probably gets up and goes, but I don't really I'm not expecting a whole lot out of it, guys. All right, we're gonna pop the hood. I'm adjusting my seat. Let's take a look at what's going on under the hood real quick. I'm just dying to see this little, I'm just going to guess, I have no clue, but I'm guessing it's like a a little 2-liter turbo producing 600 horsepower, you know what I mean? Well, there it is. It actually looks a little bigger than what I was thinking it was going to be. Let's take a look at the emissions label and see what this says it is. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a little bigger. It's a little bigger. It's a 2.7-liter turbo, not a 2.0. That's a sharp-looking car. Those running lights, oh my God, come on. That shiny black grille. It's a slick car right here, guys. Nice-looking car. Makes me wonder, though, like, why is it here? This must have been a trade-in. That's the only thing I can think. This must have been a trade-in to David Stanley, and instead of selling it on the lot, they're just putting it out here for sale. The car is only 3 years old. 3 years old and 60,000 miles on the odometer. What a cute little display that is. You got ventilated seats. You've got wireless charging. I mean, it's a pretty well-optioned car, no doubt. Paddle shifters. Let's take this thing for a quick ride. Brakes feel good. Steering's nice and tight. You got a heads-up display there. Important window works. Air conditioning works. Less important window works. You got a sunroof. This is actually pretty clean. Let's change the modes. Sport, track. Oh yes, track. There we go. Let's do track mode. All right. Unfortunately, it's almost out of gas, but fortunately, we're only going right up here and back. We're not going far enough that I think we're gonna run out of fuel on this test drive. Man, it's really a very small car, and you can feel how small it is once you start driving it. It's tiny, very tiny. Well, we'll see what this little. Well, it's not really little, is it? 2.7 liters today. That's pretty big for a four-cylinder. That's I'm used to seeing like 1.5, 2.0, 2.7. That's pretty massive. In fact, back in the day, GM used to make a 2.8-liter V6. So this four-cylinder is almost as big. The bores in the cylinders are almost as big as a 2.8 liter V6, like all in from 4 cylinders. That's insane. So those pistons must be massive. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. Wow. No way. This this little car is very fast. I'm not using paddle shifters or anything, guys. Let me get you down here on the instrument cluster, and if there was turbo lag, I never felt it. Let's do that again. Needless to say, we reached 60 miles an hour long before we ever got to the end of the runway here. Wow. Yeah. I want this. I want this. Now, I don't know what it's going to bring at auction. You just never know. You never know what these things are going to bring at auction. But this thing wholesale should be right around 30. And I would absolutely love to bring this home and drive it around for, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 weeks, and then run it right back through the auction and sell it when I'm done enjoying it. That's one of the benefits of doing what I do. You can buy whatever you want, you can enjoy it, have fun with it, and then when you're done with it, give it back, and hopefully you can get most of your money back out of it. This is high on my list, very high on my list. This is, oh, I keep forgetting I've got a nice backup camera. I'm old school, man. I'm used to doing things the old-fashioned way. This really surprised me. I didn't expect the amount of power that this little car gave to me. I don't know what the specs are on this engine, but I'm here to tell you, this is pretty impressive. Now, I get a lot of you complaining that I don't give Toyotas enough attention on the channel, so here we go. I don't know why this one is here. It's a little concerning, to be quite honest with you. This is not a repossession, but it's a 2023 Camry with only 7,000 miles on the odometer. It does not look like it's a rental car. So why is it here? And I've said in the past, and I've gotten some flack for it, that Toyotas don't have a lot of flair. You know, they're just kind of meh, not very exciting cars. But if you've paid attention to my videos for any length of time, I tell you all the time that this is the difference. All right, this generation, they really stepped it up. I mean, good Lord, they've done everything. They put everything people have ever done to cars into one car. You've got nice flowy lines. I mean, you got lots of curves and bulges, but then you've got super sharp angles coming from every direction. Sharp angle, sharp angle, sharp angle, sharp angle, but then you got the flares on the fenders. You've got the sharp angles on the hood, but at the same time, you got this nice flowy, curvy bulginess coming out of it. Of course, tons of sharp angles on the front end as well. It's a super unique design, and I love it, man. Toyota knocked it out of the park on these new generations, man. They really did. I'll be happy to argue with you if you disagree, but Toyota, this I would drive all day, every day. Look at this beautiful interior. Let's take a look at the front. This is just nice. This is so nice. Those seats look amazing. Now, this is the disappointing part. We climb in, and the gauges. You know, this is a brand new car, really. I mean, maybe it was a program car, maybe it was a demo car. You know, I don't know what the deal was with it, but you'd expect like full digital gauges. I would expect more out of an infotainment center. But with that said, it's also important to remember this is not a top model trim car. All right, this is an SE. So how this got here, I don't know. No remote start. You still have to put a key in the ignition. That's a little crazy, right? Cigarette burn in the seat. But for what it is, you know, an economical, relatively budget-friendly car, not bad at all. You've got a 120-watt power supply there. You've got USB-A right there. And you do have a decent little screen. This is the same screen that was in my fiance's Toyota Tacoma. This looks very reminiscent of the Toyota Tacoma that we were absolutely not impressed with in any way, shape, or form. I was tempted to drive this, but I'm gonna not do that, because if you can see that gas needle, it is literally under the E. It is under the E. So yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I mean, the Cadillac was low, very low, but it was not underneath the last notch on the fuel gauge there. So no thank you. Let's pop the hood and just take a quick peek. 7,000 miles. There's not going to be anything wrong with this car, I don't think. My only question is like, why is it here? Normally, if it's a type of demo car, a loaner type of vehicle, normally they still sell those with full warranties and everything. You know, they'll sell them with a few thousand miles on them or whatever, and you get a discount for it. But you typically don't see them sending this type of stuff to the auction. It's a rattly little engine, isn't it? These direct injected motors, man, they're just kind of loud. I don't care for that, but whatever. Once you close the hood, it's harder to hear, and once you're in the car, you can't hear it at all. It's a nice place to be. It's very comfortable. It's a good sized car too. Plenty of legroom up front. You can see there's plenty of legroom in the back too. Overall, really nice car. So for the people that were upset that I don't give Toyotas enough love and I talk trash on them, I'm not talking trash. I'm just giving you guys my opinion. And, you know, what is that worth? Nothing. I mean, it ain't even worth 2 cents. It's just my opinion. Your opinion, obviously, is going to be different from mine. But I'm going to tell you right now, this generation, yeah, I love this. Beautiful car. And you know what? I've had a lot of you that have commented because everybody was like, I'm unsubscribing because you're showing too many trucks. Well, I had a lot of you chime in and say, you know what? Go ahead and show the trucks. We love the trucks. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and show some trucks, but not to worry. I'm not going to show you 100 F-150s. All right, we're going to look at all kinds of trucks, and we're going to start with a Chevy, which is probably the least shown truck on my channel. This is a 2017 Silverado Z71 with 109,000 miles on the odometer. It's got some very nice tires. They're Venom Power Terra Hunter XTs. I have no clue what brand of tire that is. Absolutely, I've never heard of that before, but it's also got a nice big bumper on the front by Tiger, Tyger. Bumper's a little rough. You can tell this truck has seen some action in its day. All right, let's see what it looks like in the bed back here. Well, it doesn't look like anybody's ever used it. Bed doesn't look like it was ever touched. Okay, so we got nice leather interior. We got the full floor mats and no headrests. That is different. That is different. No headrest. Where would the headrest have gone, I wonder? Maybe it was a film car. A lot of times in movie cars, they take the headrest out so there's room for the cameras to get a better shot. I doubt it, guys. I don't think this was a movie truck. So wireless charging. You've got 2 USB-A ports, 2 power ports, and an inverter, I assume. Yep, an inverter, 120 volt outlet. Heated and cooled seats, adjustable pedals, traction control. Pretty basic, really. And of course, a key in the ignition. Ooh, that engine is tapping. A lot. That's a lot. I'm surprised there's not a check engine light on this dash here. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Not at all. We're gonna pop the hood. I will lift this windshield wiper up before we're done looking at it, but I can already tell by this noise. Nope. Oh yeah, listen to that. That's your death tap. Sure is. Here's the good news. It's not so bad that it cannot be saved. But boy, she's tapping. This needs to get into a shop immediately, and you need to start tearing this engine down before it's too late for it. But right now it sounds like it's in the beginning stages of failure, and if you don't address that quickly, you're going to end up with camshaft damage, you're going to end up with metal shavings in the oil, and ultimately a completely destroyed engine. So yeah, that's a shame. And only 109,000 miles, and it's got the dreaded tick. Have you ever noticed that almost everything that has active fuel management or displacement on demand ends up ticking at some point in its life? It almost makes you think that maybe this whole active fuel management thing is not a good thing. All right, we're moving over here to the upper class section. You got the Mercedes-Benz. You got quite a few of them. There's several, and a Volvo. Here's a 2018. And this is from Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City. We know them. What's up, John? This is one of your cars, man. I think. Yeah, Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City. A GLA 250. Not really my cup of tea, but, you know, it is what it is. 105,000 miles. A little 2.0 liter 4-cylinder. Overall, not too bad of a car. There's a little bit of damage on the front. So I wonder if this was a trade-in. This might have been a trade-in. You can clearly see the fender took a oops, and so did the wheel. The wheel's pretty scraped up. That was a big oops. Windshield is cracked in a couple of places, so this one's going to need a little work. But the good thing about that is it's not going to go for full wholesale price. It's not going to. It needs too many parts. But it's probably a great car otherwise. SUV, whatever you want to call this thing. But like I said, it's really just it's not my cup of tea, you know. This one actually has gas. It's got over a quarter of a tank. Check engine light is on. No joke. It's a Mercedes. You can just expect that, right? Comes with the territory. Air conditioning works. It's already on. It's nice. The steering feels good. The brakes feel good. Important window works. Less important window works. I don't think I want to test drive this one because genuinely I'm not at all interested in this car. It's just it's too small. You know, I don't know. It runs perfect though. I mean, it runs absolutely great. I have no doubt that it runs and drives fine. Might be a little suspension damage on the passenger side front there. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It's just a risk you're going to have to take if you're interested in this car. But, I mean, the steering feels... Oops, I thought that door was coming after me. The steering feels fine. And even though the check engine light is on, it runs good. Yeah, it runs absolutely fine. I don't know. I mean, it's just so... It's so tiny. It's just so tiny. This is definitely not a... Is there not a... There it is. Does it open itself? No. Nope. Or yes, it does. I thought those were shock absorbers lifting up. Yeah, not bad. It's just not for me. So, why don't we walk on over and see what else we can find. Oh, I know better. I really do. But... how about a 2000 CLK 55 with 226,000 miles on the odometer? This also belongs to Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City. No joke. See, I need to get a hold of John and find out what the scoop is on this. If this one's got gas, I'll take this one for a ride as long as it's got air in the tires. Which it looks like it does. It's got good tires. Body actually looks really good on this. Oh, hold on. Are these repair bills, receipts? Yes. Let's see what this is. $200. Perform alignment Okay, this is just in line. So there are some, let me turn these papers over. I don't want to give away anybody's personal information in here, but take a look at that. This looks really good, especially for the miles. Especially for the miles. This thing looks really nice. I'm interested in this one. I am. John, you guys should have called me and I could have just bought it from you instead of sending it to the auction. Let's see what it does. Fires right up. How much you want to bet this is not a CLK55? We'll pop the hood and we'll find out. I have a hunch that this is a fake. I think it's a fake, guys. You got an aftermarket Jensen touchscreen radio down there. Climate control is on. We'll find out if that works here in a minute. We do have a check engine light, and it does have 226,000 miles on the odometer. There's no window. That window works, but I can hear this doing something, and it's like there's no window in there. Oh, wait, there it goes. There it goes. It's just a finicky switch. The air conditioning, well, if it works, we're not getting anything out of it. I mean, it's blowing, but it doesn't feel very, very cool yet. Steering feels fine. Brakes feel good. Goes into gear, both directions. Let's take a peek under the hood. See what's going on under there. It's very quiet. Almost too quiet. Almost like it's a V6. Well, okay. So needless to say, it's a fake CLK55. I said that from the beginning. It's just a little 6-cylinder with 250,000 miles on the odometer. So we're not going to be interested in this one. But nice try, man. They had me for a minute. For a minute, I really thought this might be a CLK55. I'm sure if I was like a real Mercedes guy, I would have known that this was not legit. But, you know, it is what it is, guys. Still not a bad little car. Can make somebody a great daily driver, a little commuter car or whatever, but this one is not going to be for me. Next, we've got a 2008 SL550. Now, recently we bought an SL600 from here, and we got it super cheap, and it had about 1,000,001 problems, so I'm a little leery. Let's see if this is also from Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City. It is. So, John, what's up, man? Another one of your cars over here at the auction. Let's take a look at this one. 126,000 miles on the odometer. Definitely not too bad, but like I said, after that SL600, I'm a little concerned. Remember, on the SL600, we had suspension issues, we had top issues, we had running and drivability issues. That car was awful. Let's put the key in it and see what it does. Fires up, it runs. Air conditioning came right on. We'll see if it works. And windows work. I'm very curious about that roof, because those things are crazy complicated to troubleshoot, guys. It's very responsive. It runs great. Taking a look at the gauges, we've got no warning lights on the dash at all, which is pretty impressive. You got your little cup holders here that still work, sort of. Not bad. Does the screen work? It does. Screen and the radio works like it's supposed to. This is not too bad. ABC is in sport mode. God only knows if the suspension is still functioning, or maybe it's been converted to coilovers. It's hard to tell. Why don't we pop the hood on this? Yeah, air conditioning is really nice, and it's got gas, so we can actually test drive this one. Let's take a look under the hood. It's got a nice set of Bridgestone tires on it. The paint and body look to be in really, really good shape. Very clean car. Looks like they just put a new battery. I think this is the starter battery. The auxiliary battery, if I remember correctly, is in the trunk. Interesting. There's a big cap on the coils. So this is ABC suspension, but I think this has been converted. I could be wrong. I could absolutely be wrong. There's probably a reservoir or something under it, but this looks like a conversion kit. Boy, I hope John gets on here and tells us the deal, because I'm pretty sure that there's supposed to be like electrical connectors, and I know on the Aromatic there's a hose. I just can't remember on the ABC suspension if you have a hydraulic hose running to the top of these struts or not. It's been a while, guys. We'll definitely try it out. We'll see if it does anything. If it does, great. If it doesn't, then, I mean, it really doesn't matter as long as whatever was done right. So let's try to raise it up and see if it works. Well, I don't see anything happening. I don't feel the car moving, and there's nothing on the dash telling me that the car is rising. Normally you'll get a message saying car rising or car lowering. Let's put it back down again. I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. I'm going to put this all the way up. Let's get out. I'm going to roll this window down just a hair, and let's take a look at the suspension and see if it's doing anything. Yeah, looks like the suspension is working on this one, guys. Let's go ahead and lower it down. All right, there's all the way down. Yeah, suspension's doing its job. You got to watch out for that on these guys, because these suspensions get really expensive really quick. Good deal. All right, let's take it for a test drive. Let's see how it runs and drives. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. I am very, very interested in this one. I love these cars. They're just, once they get some miles on them, they can be quite intimidating unless you get one that's already been properly sorted. So obviously I was wrong about the hydraulic suspension. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've been messing with one of these guys. I thought that there was some type of hydraulic hose or something going to the top of the struts, and obviously I was mistaken, because the suspension on this appears to be working properly, and with 126,000 miles on it, that's honestly very impressive. I've got no warning lights on the dash. The car seems to be riding like you would want it to. It feels great. It really feels nice. I'm going to raise the suspension up one. I'm going to turn ABC Sport off. And let's just take it for a little rip and... oh, wow. Yep, not a problem. Getting to 60, not a problem. Steering is great. Brakes are phenomenal. No vibrations, no pulsating, no pulling. The tires are 2021s, so the tires are relatively new. I am going to test out this convertible top, though. I really do want to know if it works. All right. I'm going to get you guys down on the instrument cluster here where you can see things a little bit better, and let's take it for a rip. Not an issue getting to 60. Not an issue at all getting to 60. I want this. John, call me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not out here trying to violate any terms of the auction or anything like that. But man, this is one. Well, I don't know what they're asking for, but this is what yes. Yes. I mean, it can't be more expensive than the SL600 that I bought out here. It can't be. It absolutely cannot be. And that SL600 had less miles than this has. So there's no way that this is more expensive. And it's going to be, it's a wholesale auction. You know what I mean? This thing is not going to go for a ton of money. It's just not. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great Mercedes. These things are truly pretty damn awesome. In my opinion, these are pretty awesome vehicles. But most people are scared of them. There's still a market for them, of course. You can still sell these on a lot. People will buy them all day long, but just being real, people are scared of these things. So let's see if the top works. What is that? Top partition is, oh, trunk partition is open. All right, we need to go into the trunk. So let's get into the trunk and let's close this partition and see if that fixes the top working. If the top works on this, you can hang it up because I'm going to be bidding on this one. Like 100%. That didn't do anything. Let's hold on. Here we go. Here we go. It's doing stuff, guys. Are you serious? It works. No joke. Yeah, it works. And close. Yeah, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. I'm bidding on this one. Absolutely. I'm going to pull it up on Black Book Cherry so I can get a better idea of what I should expect to pay for this. But I want this. I absolutely want this. Okay, yeah. This is nice. This is really nice. No smoke, no funny smells, nothing. Just a good old Mercedes. It looks like somebody actually took pretty dang good care of it, guys. You knew you weren't going to get through a video without an F-150, right? Well, we're going to take this for a quick drive because I'm curious. It's a 2021 with 49,000 miles. It's a Lariat, so it's a, you know, kind of a mid-trim level vehicle. This is from a local dealer. FX4 off-road package. You've got the backup sensors. I still need this tailgate. I've got to go get a tailgate. EcoBoost. I don't know, 2.7, 3.5? We'll find out here in just a moment. It's got good tires. The body's a little rough. You probably can't see it in the video, but there's a bit of an indentation right there. There's a bigger indentation. I'm not going to call it a dent. I'm going to call it an indentation right here. Now, this thing whacked something pretty good. You ever see that whack? Yeah. Fog light's busted. It needs a bumper. It needs a fog light. There's a little bit of damage to the fender over here as well. Damage to the door. Remember, these are aluminum, guys, so it's not that strong old school steel. It's that really weak, flexible aluminum that melts when it catches on fire, which, you know, hopefully doesn't happen too often, but when it does, there's nothing left of these. They're great because of how light and agile they are. They're just not strong. Which means things like rocks, you know, flying off of cars and stuff are going to cause damage. Hail, obviously, is going to wreak havoc on an aluminum body over a steel body. But anyway, there it is, your EcoBoost. I'm going to assume this is a 3.5 because I don't think the 2.7s have engine covers. Yeah, 3.5 liter EcoBoost. Somebody actually turned me on to that fact in one of my recent videos because I was like, there's no engine cover on this 2.7. And one of you guys was like, hey, that's because there's no engine cover ever on a 2.7. You know, this is honestly very nice. Am I mistaken? Is the Lariat the top? No, because they got platinum. This is not a platinum, but look at this screen. That's a nice screen. I'm not gonna lie, it's a nice screen. And you've got the digital gauges. Ooh, yes. Oh, I like this. I do. Okay. I need to stop it. I need to stop. I don't need to be falling in love with this. Air-conditioned seats, trailer brake, 4x4, of course, automatic headlights. I mean, this thing's not too shabby. You got the Bang & Olufsen stereo system. This is a nice truck. Can I open this? Does that not open? Is it electronic? I have no idea. See, I don't know what I'm doing here. There should be a button. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. Get you a little cubby hole right there. It's got some books. This This is a very nice truck. Does it have gas? Yes, it does. It has gas. So we can actually test drive this one, guys. I'm going to kick up the air conditioning a little bit because, truthfully, it's pretty hot out there. Where is the dadgum fan? You're making things too oh, there it is. Right. It's right there in the middle. All right, there we go. There we go. Let's take it for a quick drive. I am no longer looking for a truck because I already went out and did the unthinkable, and I bought a brand new Ram Limited with the e-torque Hemi. So yeah, I don't know exactly when this video is coming out, but yeah, I'm no longer looking for a truck, but that doesn't mean I don't want to check out other vehicles. And several of you have gotten onto the comment section and said, hey, forget the people that don't want to see trucks. We want to see trucks. Because of you, we're showing some trucks. All right, let's take this for a ride. Take a look at that backup camera. That is, that is sick. I mean, look, my Ram's got that big, I think it's a 8-inch screen up and down, you know, really big screen. But this is kind of like, it's like a TV because of the way, the shape of it. It's rectangular going the right direction instead of up and down. It's side to side, and you get all of that real estate for a backup camera. That is that is pretty epic, to be honest with you. This is a great screen. I like this truck. It's riding so smooth. But we're gonna see if it has any guts when we get up here. Of course, you've got the 10-speed transmission, which, you know, I'm skeptical of because I've already got a 22 Mustang GT with the 10-speed. I had another 2021 Mustang GT with the 10-speed, and they're just a little quirky. The shifts are very nice. Very nice. But they are in the Mustang GT as well. The shifts are usually pretty nice. It's when you're not trying to go fast and you're just trying to like cruise around. That is when things get a little weird. When you're trying to cruise around without getting crazy with it, that's when the transmission seems like it's always trying to hunt for gears. It randomly seems to jump between gears, and these trucks have 3 overdrives. 3. So I imagine it's very easy to confuse them. All right, let's do this again. I'm going to put you guys down here on the display, and let's go. Oh. I did skirt the tires a little bit. I screeched the tires just a hair. There was no burnout. And the interesting thing is because there is turbo lag. There's absolutely turbo lag. You know, it takes a little while to build, so the truck starts moving. You know, it's going slow, but it's going. And then suddenly that boost kicks in, and the tires screech. You know, I don't do that stuff on purpose. I'm never out here like burning rubber. I don't want you guys to think I'm out here like ripping the tires off. I don't do that. That's not what I'm about at all. But, you know, sometimes, yes, the tires do screech when these things get into the boost. We're going to park it right back where we got it from. And there we go. And with that, we are well over our 30 minutes today. I've been going over lately because I've really been enjoying making these videos. And when you're having fun doing something, it really doesn't seem like work. So I hope you guys are having as much fun watching my videos as I am making them for you. And if you are, hit the thumbs up button. Let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.